amazing experience being at the concert. I'd been to 5 of the workshops myself, but I've had a break of quite a long time. And just to come back into it and see people expressing something from deep within themselves, just in the moment, so that it was a unique moment, but also being able to do that and connect with us, or at least with me, and it was incredible. And the humour in it as well. I think I loved that because it was authentic, there was humour as well as really soulful stuff. There was everything. There was life, the universe, and everything in these individual voices, and the voices together. And I really want to get back to doing the workshops myself.
Yeah, I remember when I first heard it, Jenny did it at Elena's Christmas party, and I was like, wow, what is this? But even then I was aware that it was coming from somewhere deep. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't oh, let me sing a song or anything. It was coming from somewhere. And today, I was absolutely moved by everyone that went up there. Everyone, because it was, I guess when you're coming from your soul and you're just making sounds from your soul, it's just true. It's just true. And when you're hit with the truth, what can you do? Yeah.
Well, I walked in tonight and instantly transported, and taken there. Taken where? Taken to wherever they were going, and where each person went was somewhere incredibly powerful. It was a real privilege to have this vignette on each person's soul through what they were singing. And the most pleasurable experience was that you knew that everything everyone was singing was completely natural and uncontrived, and however they felt had a complete bearing on the note and the shape of the sound and everything. It's a very powerful experience, and it's a real privilege to be part of.
Okay, so in terms of my journey, it feels like coming back to the beginning. I started off after I was a classical musician for a while, doing a lot of improvising with instruments, but I don't think of myself as a singer, and that's new to me. So connecting with my voice is a really exciting thing. I had some operations at the end of last year when my lungs were in bad shape, so actually coming along to this has helped, just getting my breathing and everything really, really going. But actually the important part of the journey is the connection with other people who aren't necessarily singers, because I don't think of myself as a singer, but it's really irrelevant. We're making music together and sharing something important together. And when we try to express something that is so fundamental to ourselves, technique's not important, knowledge isn't important, it's just how it is. A little quote. Martin Buber, famous Jewish theologian, said something like this: we know everything that we know in our life's journeys, but at the moment of meeting, it's all background, and all we have is I and thou, right here and now. And that's what this is like. So that's what I've got from this. It's returning to some roots and connecting with the universal.
Concert. And I was slightly shell-shocked, actually. It was absolutely extraordinary. I have to say that all of those who took part and performed were incredibly brave, because it's a kind of singing, for want of a better word, kind of vocal performance that requires them to reach very, very deeply inside themselves, and you don't know what's going to come out because it's on the moment. But because it's unconscious and has no particular journey, only what comes out there and then, it's amazing because it makes people reveal themselves in an incredibly brave way, and the notes and the sounds and the voice that comes out of each of these people, all very individual, It's absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like it, I have to say, and I certainly hope that it becomes bigger and that more people have access to either take part in Jenny Raditi's workshops or come to the concerts, because I don't think you will experience anything quite like it, and I have to applaud everybody who took part and who showed such bravery in revealing their voices, their authentic selves to us in the audience.
Vocal Tai Chi has brought me an expanded sense of self and something about being very grounded, not to do with emotion so much, as there's been a lot of grief in my life, but it's to do with that expanded sense of soul and being and depth and connection that is very much in the present, being in the present, and letting the beginning or the before and the after don't really exist. Being in the present is where one is, and it feels deep and rich and enriching and empowering, and there's something about me not being there.
I've known Jenny for about 20 years, and I found it really interesting to follow her own development and the parallel development that I've been going through voice and working with Jenny one-to-one in a therapeutic context, and then finding Tai Chi, which I've been studying for now 7 years, and I've also been studying some Indian classical music which relates to improvisation, and I really appreciate the fact that Jenny very quietly holds the space for all of us to do our thing in front of the microphone, and it's a very understated but key quality to have in any group like this, to have somebody who can hold that space, which allows people then within that to expand and to really free themselves up. And so it's been a really lovely experience, and it reminded me of what my connection was 20 years ago with Jenny. She worked with a woman called Meredith Monk, who's an American performance artist, who does this kind of wordless opera, and it feels like what we're working towards has the same quality and spontaneity that I found in Meredith's music all those years ago. So it's a very beautiful place to be in, and really optimistic about the future of vocal Tai Chi and how it might progress.
Yeah, I found it like I was traveling through time, and it's really healing and connecting to all parts of me, all the parts of me that I would normally reach. So it's an incredibly healing experience, very lovely one.
It's been quite a journey doing vocal Tai Chi. I started in January, and before January I was already having a voice in my head saying the shaman's call, and I knew something was going to happen this year, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. And it happened in this genre, or in the area of vocal Tai Chi, which essentially allows the soul to be expressed should you allow the other things to get out of the way. And I found that a lot of people who've been performing, sometimes there's this place they find themselves, and it's very delicate, it's very sensitive, and everything else falls away. Sometimes a tear might come, sometimes there might be a bit of angst, but everything is, there's no right or wrong. There's no duality in the soul. There's no gender, there's no colour, and there's something really fully embracing. I think it's what the world needs to express for themselves at the moment, because there's so much separation, and there's so much, people are looking about finding out in vocal Tai Chi is that it opens up the ancient soul, it opens up the timeless soul. So it's an aspect of the soul that we might not even recognize from this timeline, but maybe from a past lifetime or something else. And I think that's actually quite extraordinary, and it really clearly proves and expresses the fact that we are timeless and we're immortal. The soul is, and our soul goes on. And vocal Tai Chi is going to expose it for all to see.